friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I have come up with over 70 different ideas of things that you can build here on Bloxburg. Some of these are super normal ideas and some of them a little bit more creative, but I just want to give you guys some ideas that you might not have thought of before. So I'm going to sit in this comfy little chair behind me and we will get on with my list of ideas. Now that I'm sat comfy, let's begin. So I'm going to start with different kind of houses you could make. Houses are probably the most common thing that people build here on Bloxburg, so I wanted to come up with a few different house types that you could make. So you could start with a basic starter home. You could either renovate the one that you get when you first join the game, or you could make your own. You could also build a family home, maybe for role players. You could build a humongous mansion, which can be super expensive. If you're feeling a little bit more creative, you could make yourself a camper van or a caravan home. So this would be a tiny little home and you can use decals to make wheels on the side to make it look like a camper van. I've made these before and I think they're super duper cute. You could even make a treehouse home. This could be a huge treehouse home with bridges that go all the way across the plot to different parts of the house. I think this would be super fun and you can make it look like it's in the jungle. If you do want to make a house that's like in a different setting, you could make a hillside family home. These are super popular and I think they're really pretty, and you can use walls and stuff and the different levels to make your house look like it is on a hill. Or you can make a seaside home, which is near the ocean. This could be like a cute little beach home with like the background, you can see all the waves and the sand through your windows, and I think that'd be really pretty. Or if you want to make something that's in a forest, you could make a log cabin similar to what I've made in my campsite. These can be super cozy and you can use all different wood textures to make a really nice warm feeling home. If you want to set yourself a bit of a challenge, you could try recreating a house from a TV show or a movie. I've made the Simpsons house before and I've also made Barbie's dream house. It's super fun trying to recreate them here on Bloxburg. Or you could even recreate your own home in Bloxburg, which I've done before, which I think was a really fun challenge to do. If you're not fancying making a house, there's so many different types of shops that you could make. You could start by making a cafe. These are very common here on Bloxburg. If you want to make it a little bit different, you could make a bakery, or you can make a donut shop, or you could even make a sandwich shop like Subway or something. You can make a cat cafe, which I've done before, which turned out really cute. Or you could even make a dog cafe, those cute little places where you can bring your dog with you, and you can make your own decal with like a menu, and you can have like a menu for the dogs and a menu for the people. I think this would be really cute, and you could do like all kind of little decals around the room with like little paw prints and stuff. I think this one would turn out really adorable. You could also make yourself a fast food restaurant. I've made kind of a McDonald's kind of place before in my town. I made a burger place and it turned out really cool. Or if you want to make something a little more fancy, you could make a luxury 5-star restaurant and use all kind of like golds and stuff to make it look super expensive, and you can serve lobster now that we have it in the game. So this would be good for people who have their cooking level up, because you can serve like the lobster and the salmon and all the fancy kind of foods that you get once you get that cooking level up. Or if you do want to build something a little bit more simpler, you could just make a fast food van. Similar to the camper van, you can make a tiny little restaurant and then put wheels on the side of it to make it look like it is a vehicle. I think these look really cute. You could do a burger van or you could do an ice cream van, and I really like how these turn out. Something else you could make is you could make a humongous supermarket. I made a supermarket in my town and I really liked making it. You can use all kind of different items to stock the shelves, so you can use the food items that you can buy in the shops in the game, or you can use ice cream from the ice cream shop and stock yourselves, and then people can actually come in and pick up the food items and buy them from you, which can be super fun for role playing. For a smaller version of this, you could just build a mini market, so it'd be a tiny version of the supermarket. And to make this a little bit more interesting, you could do a petrol station and a mini market together, because whenever I go to a petrol station in real life, there's always a tiny little supermarket attached to it, so you could try recreating this in game. A super fun shop to make, and one of my favourite things to build, is a pet shop. These always look really cute. You can watch like Phoebe's video for different ideas on how to make the pets. She made a really amazing pet shop here in Bloxburg and recreated all the pets using items to make it look like animals, and it was just so creative and fun. You could also make yourself a pet groomers. So this is like where you take your pet to get washed and stuff, and you can use the baths and stuff to make it look like this. I've always wanted to build a pet groomers and probably will do eventually, because I think it's such a fun idea. Or again, for a smaller version of this, you could do a pet grooming van. I've definitely seen pet grooming vans in real life where they go around and they wash your dog in the back of the van, and so instead of you having to take your dog all the way to them, they come to you and wash your dogs at your house. And I think this looked really cool if you made your own little decals to go on the side of the van as well. Another fun store would be a toy store. I think toy stores look really cute, and there's so many different toys and stuff that you can use here in Bloxburg. You can even use the little boxes and paint them different colours to look like builders blocks and sell them in your toy store. Or to be a little bit more creative, creative, one thing I made was a Build-A-Bear, so you could try recreate Build-A-Bear yourselves in Bloxburg. I have a ton of decals for this in my inventory, so if you guys ever do want to make a Build-A-Bear, you're very welcome to use those decals and recreate your own. The next suggestion is a bookstore, seeing as we have the book items here on Bloxburg. We have the books that have the words on the side, or we have the plain books and the stacks of books, so you can use these to make your own little cozy bookstore. I think this would look super cute. You could even attach a cafe to it. I've definitely seen cafes and bookstores together in real life, and I think it'd look really adorable, or even just a little library. Another type of store you could make would be an art supply store. There's loads of different kind of arty items here on Bloxburg, like the pots of paint, the spray cans, the little pots of pens, the paper. So you could definitely make your own art supply store, and I think this would turn out really cute. I've never seen anybody make an art supply store before, so you could do it and be one of the first people to make one of these. The next suggestion is a florist, seeing as we have all of the flowers now on Bloxburg. You have the tulips and you can pick them and make them into bunches and stuff. So you could definitely make a florist here in Bloxburg and have the different shelves lined with vases filled with flowers that people can come in and buy from you, and then you can even set up your little kind of cash register to have things to wrap the flowers up and stuff, and use boxes to look like the paper stacked ready to wrap it up, or you could use the piles of paper to look like paper to ready wrap it up. I think this would turn out really cute. You could even make your own launderettes using the washing machines and tumble dryers that we have on Bloxburg now. These look really cute. I made one in my town, and I've seen loads of people make these in like really cute pastel colours to do like a bit of a retro kind of launderette. I think these are really fun, and it'd be a fun way to roleplay as well, because you can get the washing baskets and people can come in and wash their own clothes in there, or they can come in and drop them off and then you can wash them for them, and they can come back later and collect their clothes from you. And I just think it'd be a really fun way to roleplay. The next suggestion is a hairdressers. I think hairdressers look really cool. You can use kind of like this lamp behind me to be like those hairdryer things that go over your head, and you can have people come in and you can style their hair and stuff, and if you have dressers in there, people can then change their hair to make it look like you've actually styled it and stuff. I think that'd be really fun. And also to go with this, you could do a salon, so instead of just being at hairdressers, you can do things like nails and makeup and stuff using the makeup items. The next suggestion is a drugstore. You could use the makeup items to make a drugstore. You can also use like the bottles to be like toiletries. There's all different kind of toiletries and stuff that we now have in decorations, so you could definitely use these to make your own little kind of drugstore or makeup store. You can make your own little clothing store using the clothes racks all the way on the store, and you can use like the stacks of towels and paint them and make some of your own decals for like posters and stuff for the store. I think this would be really nice. Or if you want to do something a little bit more creative, you could try recreating one of your favourite stores in real life. Some suggestions I have for this is you could recreate the Disney store, which is one of my favourite stores. I just think it's so beautiful, so I'd love to see somebody recreate that here in Bloxburg. You could try and make Lush using some of the toiletry items similar to the drugstore, or you could even try and make the Apple store, which I've definitely seen people do before, and they've used like the picture frames to make like iPads and stuff on display, and they always look really cool. One thing I like to do in Bloxburg is kind of build for the seasons, because with each season in Bloxburg we tend to get a different update with some kind of limited items. So you have like Christmas items, Halloween items and things like that, so it's fun to kind of use these items to build for the season. So some suggestions I have for the different seasons are, for spring you could make yourself a farm or a petting zoo, because in spring lots of baby animals are born, so your baby lambs and stuff and baby chickens are born at this time of year, so it'd be really cute to have your own little petting zoo for people to come around and like stroke the animals and stuff. And you could try using the furniture to make it look like animals, similar to like Phoebe did in her pet shop. You could try recreate a sheep or something. I think that would be really cool. Or if you want to make an Easter build, you could try and make the Easter Bunny's burrow. This is one thing I did before and it turned out really cool, so you could try recreate something like that yourself as well. For summer you could try making a water park. You could make a beach with beach huts, which I've seen people do before and it always looks really cool. You could have like a row of colourful little beach huts along the beach and then have the sea, and use kind of the bucket and spade items that we've just got, because that would look really cool, and the sandcastle and stuff. I definitely want somebody to make this next summer, seeing as summer is finishing now. Or you could make yourself your own little ice cream parlour. Summer is the best time for ice cream, because when it's boiling you want nothing more than a delicious cold treat. So this is the perfect time of year to be making an ice cream parlour in Bloxburg. For autumn you can make yourself a pumpkin patch, because Halloween is on the way, so in the Halloween updates we tend to get pumpkins, and you can collect these and use these to make your own little pumpkin patch. and I just think this would be really cute, and people can come buy pumpkins off you just before Halloween. Or you can make your very own haunted house for Halloween, which can be very spooky. I tried to do this before and it can be very difficult, but it's a fun challenge to do, and you can make like booby traps and stuff around the house to trap people, you know, with like the basement trap where you can use a carpet and people fall through. I think that would be really fun for this time of year. And for winter, you could get creative, try and make yourself an igloo. You could recreate the North Pole, which some people have done before, or you could do a Christmas tree farm similar to the pumpkin patch, or you could just make like a Christmas decorations shop. I think this would be really cute because at winter we tend to get the Christmas update where you get Christmas trees, Christmas decorations, snowballs, all those fun things. So you could definitely use these to make your very own Christmas decorations shop. If none of these things take your fancy, there is a huge list of other builds you could do here on Bloxburg. You can make your very own police station, you can make a hospital, a doctor's office, or even a dentist. I've seen loads of really cool dentists here on Bloxburg. One thing people love to build are schools, so you could try and make your own school. If you don't want to make a school, you could make a daycare as like a kind of smaller version and use all the cute toys and stuff to go in there, and then people can come around and roleplay and drop their kids off at your daycare. One thing I built that I really loved is a soft play. If you don't know what a soft play is, it's basically an indoor play area with like ball pits and slides and stuff. I made one of these on my channel, so you can check that out, and it was really fun to make, so you could try making one of those yourself. You could also try and make an airport, a train station, or even an underground station. Amber made one of these on her channel and it looked really cool, so you could definitely use that using the basement update to do a complete underground station. You could even make your very own hotel so people can come and stay at your plot, or for a cheaper version you could make a rundown little motel or like a retro motel. I think that would be really cool. Or for a bigger version, you could make an entire holiday resort with like a pool, and you could have the beach at the back, and you have reception and all the little kind of places that people stay at on the holiday resort. You could try making your very own gym. You could even make a spa. If you want to do something a bit more outdoorsy, you could make a park, but to make this a little bit more creative, you could also make your very own dog park, which I've done before, and you can try using some of the furniture to look like kind of dog ramps and stuff for them to practice agility courses on. For something a little more animal based, you could make yourself a zoo, or you could even try and make yourself an aquarium. I've definitely seen people make aquariums before, and I think these look really cool. It's really creative how they do it. One of my favourite builds I've ever made is a campground, so you could try making your very own campground with little tents, log cabins, RVs and all those cool kind of things. You could try and make yourself a huge shopping mall with all different kind of shops in, like all the shops I listed earlier. You could put them all in a shopping mall. You could make yourself a cinema. And the final suggestion I have is that you could build your very own town. This is one of the first things I did when I got into Bloxburg, and I had so much fun making a town, so I definitely recommend giving it a go. And you can try using all of these different suggestions I've used and putting them in your town, because you can have a doctor's office, you can have a spa, you can have a gym, you can have a pet shop in there, and try fit it all into your beautiful Bloxburg town. So they are my 70 plus suggestions. I'm not sure the exact number of suggestions I did in this video. I think it might be 72. I'm not sure, but they are the suggestions I have for you guys. If you do want me to do another video like this and come up with some more ideas, do let me know down in the comments below. As always guys, please do like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Comment down below with any future video ideas, and a huge thank you for watching. Bye guys. Mwah.